Just downloaded the new FL Studio. I'm gonna go check it out. I'm really excited about this. I've been seeing a lot of stuff online, so let's get into it. Right off the rip, it looks pretty similar to FL. I am noticing some difference though. Tags, I definitely wanna get into this in a second. One of the things that I'm super curious about in the discussion board, they show a fade in and a fade out, which I think would be phenomenal to have. So if you drop this down, you can see that there's a fade in curve and a fade out curve. Now I was quite confused about this because as I was dragging this, it wasn't actually changing the curve, but what I realized is you can actually just take another audio file and look at this. See how they blend together? This is crazy. I'm just gonna see if I can blend two like 808s and see what that sounds like. That is already crazy. Like, that is a new 808. I think we should probably get into what's going on the side here. So okay, so you can favorite your drums finally. Okay, so you can actually star your favorite sounds. So for instance, in Slick's drum kit here, if I wanted to star those 808s, let's say I love these hi-hats, and then I also want to star some of these perks. Now when I go to starred, they actually show up here. So basically, you can go through all of your kits, and rather than having thousands of sounds, you can whittle it down to your favorite sounds, and now you just have to hit starred, and they're gonna be right here for you to use. This is phenomenal. This is a game changer. This is gonna save a lot of time. So another thing I realized here is they have tags now. So when you hit tags, you could quickly hit the starred. It's instantly going to show your starred. You could hit MIDI, it's going to show the MIDI you have, plugins, etc. Presets, everything is going to be here, VSTs and VST3s. So if we search Scorch, if you click VST3, now you have it right there. And I'm assuming you just drag this over. Boom. Okay, so right off the rip, there's this little ball here, and instantly you can up the gain. This is amazing. Wow, you could clip it. Another thing you can do here is it says you can show the fades. Oh, what? Okay, so I figured it out. You want to show the fades, so you want to click this little icon here, and then you can actually show the fades. That's crazy. So now take a listen. Wow. And then also with the fade, you have a ton of control. You can be moving this up and down to make it a sharp fade. Wow, this is so crazy. This is gonna be so helpful for sample editing. Whoa, man, that looks crazy. So if you had your sample and you wanted to do the stretching like you would have done before. But look, the fades and everything seem to be moving according to how you are actually moving and stretching the audio file. Okay, this is a big one right here, a new option to autosave every minute. That is going to be definitely needed. Okay, another thing I'm realizing here, you can play the samples, which is great, but if you want to skim through the samples, you actually just hit Control. Wherever your mouse is, if you click, that's where it plays. So you can jump around, find some of the parts. This is so easy to use. This is crazy. Another thing that's great here, it shows 44.1 16-bit, so it shows the sample rate. Also, it shows this is stereo. I believe that this is signaling that it is stereo from what I read in the thread there. The thing I'm most blown away with right now is the browser feature. So again, for these 808s, what you can actually do is you right click, you can add it to your favorites, you can add the different tags, but it looks like you can also add your own tags. So I wonder if I put 808. Wow, okay, shit. So you can create your own tagging systems here. So you could put, I don't know, let's just try this out. I'll add the tag of 808 to these 808s. Now if I go and hit 808, those three are showing up. So you could put together, essentially you could almost like create your own kit. You could organize other people's kits, all by just doing your own tagging. So you could put like, you know, my best friend Jacob's favorite kit, and it could be sounds from multiple producer grind kits, Lario, Busyworks Beats. We could find the best sounds in the industry, pick and choose what you want, give them that tag, and now when you go to cook up, all you have to do is click on that tag, and you're gonna have access to those sounds immediately. That is crazy. Okay, one of the things I read on the thread here is that there were some new presets inside of Gross Beat. We're gonna check these out right now. Do that Drake House. This sound here sounds very much like the blooper. Okay, so this is the trial version. Let's try this out. Whoa. So I believe what is happening here is the delay gets to go to each of those band signals. And potentially it looks like you have 16 different chances. So I'm gonna go ahead and assume, without reading the manual, which I will do in a second here, is that you can actually have the delay just affect part of the band. So the delay is only, let's say if you wanted it to only affect the high end, which would be crazy, it's only gonna affect the high end here. So let's fool around and see if we can get that to happen. Whoa! Dude, that sounds incredible. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it right now. This is going to be the #1 tool for sample designers moving forward. This is crazy. I've never seen anything like this. This is like your filter, your delay, volume, everything all in one. The fact that you can control the different frequencies on the spectrum is just, I've never heard that before. Okay, another thing I just realized. Take a listen to this. So you can pan the low end frequencies to the right and the high end frequencies to the left, or vice versa. So there's a panning element to this plugin too. This is ridiculous. I have no clue what's I have no clue what scale is doing, but this knob is ridiculous. Okay, so reading the thread, this just jumped out at me. Opening of .m4a audio files is now possible. Ha, it worked. Okay, another thing that's crazy here is you can actually right click and you can hit change color. So you can actually change the color of your different folders over here in the browser section. This is going to help you identify quickly the type of sounds that you might want if you can figure out a color coding system. This is, again, another huge time saver. If you hit control and then you actually use your number pad, you can now switch the different octave that you're using on the piano roll. So take a listen to this. So now if you hold your Alt and so this is what we're playing, which is pretty low. If you go Alt 6, now you're playing the octaves up. Again, Alt 4, Alt 3. So you can actually switch the octaves of your typing piano roll, which is crazy. Right. I mean, now that I have it, we might as well make a beat. So let's go for it. Final beat. Woo! Too easy. Crazy, bro. So that was a quick test of everything that is inside of this beta version of FL Studio. I believe based on when I downloaded it said that I wouldn't be able to use it after December of this year. So I imagine that this is coming in the fall or towards the winter. If you want to be a part of the discussion, this is something that you can be a part of. If you want to contribute to all of the FL Studios moving forward, definitely join their forum. They have a beta thread where you can actually suggest things that you would like to see inside of FL Studio. You can also download the betas so you can test them out, bug test them, report anything back. I think at the end of the day, it's really cool that FL Studio is doing it. It allows producers like me, like you, to be able to actually contribute to the DAW and ultimately get the DAW that we want to see in our computer. I think the favoriting and stuff is really great, and I'm just so excited about actually getting the final version of this, because this honestly made like my production workflow 10 times faster today. So my name is my best friend Jacob for Sauceware Audio. I'll be back again with another video. I'll see you soon.